Today's video is about how to retouch skin using frequency separation with no step skipped. And before I can go ahead, this image was taken by Pax's Concept Photography. I'm going to put his link down in the description so that you guys can follow him on his Instagram. So we're going to be retouching this particular image and we're going to be using frequency separation. And for this tutorial, I'm not going to use any actions for retouching this video. I want you guys to understand the in-depth frequency separation process of skin retouching. So I'm going to show you how I do create each and everything so that I get my perfect results. And we're going to be using a mixer brush tool, and we're going to be also using the Gaussian Blur method of frequency separation. So, and if I can go ahead, I'm Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe if at all you love this video. So let me kick up and start retouching this image. So when you're retouching, make sure you first of all create copies of your background layers twice. You can just drag and drop here twice, yeah, to duplicate that, or you can just, sorry about this, or you can just come, click on the background layer and click Ctrl J on the keyboard to duplicate it. And you can rename this low frequency or color. So I'm going to name this low frequency / color, and for the above is high frequency HF stroke texture. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm failing to get this. So when you get this, remember what frequency separation does. It divides the image into two. It divides the photo into the color layer and the texture layer. So this is the reason for creating these two layers right here. So just come and click on the eye icon to deactivate the high frequency or the texture layer and click on your low frequency layer. So what we are going to do, first of all, we are going to blur out the texture so that we can kind of remain with the color for this specific image. So just come to filter, blur, and we're going to be using the Gaussian blur. So click on it. You can see now you can easily increase or reduce the radius according to your image, but as you can see, this is too much and we are not seeing most of the details in the face of the model, as you can see right here. So make sure you drag your radius in a way that you'll still be seeing the outlines of the facial structure. So we are going to drag this slowly as we check on these details. So you can zoom in to check out on these little details. So just pull your radius, yeah, continue pulling it until you're losing out each and every detail on the skin texture. Remember, we can still see these right here. So continue pulling and dragging this until they completely disappear. So I think a radius of 10 is okay for this image. Then click OK. Then select your high frequency or texture layer and turn it back on. So just come to image, yeah, then come right down to apply image. So when you come to apply image, I'm sorry, I'd already done all this. So yeah, so this is the source of the image, the details. So this is Pax's Concept Photography, that is the name of the file of the image. So remember, we are going to subtract the texture from this middle layer, which is our color layer or the low frequency layer. So just drop down and click right here. Remember, we are subtracting the texture from the color layer. Then come to your blending and look for subtract. So remember to feed in these little details, yeah. Remember, it is initially like this. So when you click on your apply image, so just drop down and click subtract. So when you click subtract, make sure your opacity is at 100 Your scale is at 2 and the offset is 128. These are the values which do work when we are doing our frequency separation. And click OK. So when you click OK, this will be your result. You can see all the textures are on the layer, and you can't see the color, but you can see the outlines of the image. So that means you are on the right track. Come to your blending and look for linear light. So when you click on linear light, you'll get back your initial image. So this is what our image was. So even if I put this in a group, so click Ctrl and select these two layers, then Ctrl G to group them. So we can name this layer frequency separation. Yeah, we name this frequency separation. So I think that is done. So you can see the before after. There is no change at all in the image. So this is the right thing. So what we are going to do right now, we are going to click on our high frequency or texture layer and come right here, click and turn the image to black and white. So what this does, it kind of helps us guiding us when you're using the mixer brush tool. Remember, we are first of all going to blend the unevenness in the skin tones, yeah, to kind of have a uniform tone on the skin, so that we remove this bumpiness on the skin area. So after clicking on your black and white layer, come to your red channel and pull it down. You can now see, you can easily see the unevenness or the bumpiness in the skin area. So click that to close the black and white layer. Then select your lower frequency or the color layer and come to your mixer brush tool, look for it, and you'll find it around here. So for the settings for the mixer brush tool, make sure it is a clean brush, and make sure this right here is checked. What this does, it helps us to clean the brush every time we are mixing. Yeah, it's like when you're painting and you're using a brush, yeah, you have to dip it in water to remove the color you have been applying on a different area. So make sure it is a custom brush. Make sure your wetness is at 10 and the load is at 75%, the mix is at 90, and the flow is at 100. Make sure sample all layers is not checked. The reason for the wetness being at 10% is you don't want to pull it all the way up, because it is going to over flatten this image and you're going to lose out on the naturalness or the skin details in this area. So that's why we have to use a wetness below 10. That's what I should advise you guys. So after setting up the mixer brush tool, come and zoom all the way in. If at all you're mixing an area that is not big enough, so but I would advise you don't totally zoom in, because you want to see this unevenness or the bumpiness clearly. So sorry, I have some little bit of cough. So and start blending. Remember, when you're mixing, make sure you mix the midtones alone, the highlights alone, and the shadows alone of the image, because you wouldn't want to distort the shape of the model's face, and you wouldn't want to change the image totally. So remember, we are looking at having close to natural results, and we didn't want to go really extreme with our retouching. So remember what I'm doing, I'm using a small brush, and to increase the brush, use the left and the right brackets on your keyboard. So continue mixing and blending these unevenness. So to see your results, click on the eye icon on the black and white layer right here and turn this on and off. You can see before after, it is already doing the magic for us. So you can see this right here. Turn back your black and white and make sure you are on your lower frequency layer and sorry about that, continue blending this area. So I just want you guys to see or get the whole idea of using the mixer brush tool and the amazing results it gives us when we are trying to do the frequency separation. Yeah, so I've been getting questions on my channel about why I keep on using the actions, and yeah, I thought it would be wise to create an in-depth video without the use of any actions, and I show you guys how it all comes about. So this video is for you guys who have been questioning me and those who have also been failing to download the actions I have been putting for free for you guys to download and fasten your retouching process. So you can easily create your own frequency separation action, and I already created a video for that for you guys on this channel. Hope you guys can land on it, and if at all you can't, I may or I may not put the link for you guys. So just be hopeful that I do put the link for you guys to learn how you can create your own retouching actions. So what I'm doing right now, I'm kind of trying to blend this unevenness on the model's skin, and yeah, I want to have the most perfect but natural results on the model's skin. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, and it is the reason. Remember, I'm mixing the highlight salon, and when I come to a border like this, I tend to I tend to blend this together on the border. So keep on checking on your progress. Zoom out. So before after, you can see that it is already looking amazing. And now for this for these tiny parts, come and blend them after zooming all the way in. So continue doing this, and yeah, blending these little small parts. And remember, it is these vital details that make a difference, and they separate you from other photographers out there. So remember, you do take your time, yeah, while doing this. So, and what I realized, most photographers tend to forget the neck area while they're doing the frequency separation, and it makes the image look fake and unrealistic. So just come to your high, yeah, make sure you're on your low frequency layer, sorry, and you continue doing the blending. Remember to turn this back on. Sorry about this. Turn it back on and off. So for these small areas, just increase on your brush or zoom in and blend these. Sorry, I don't know, I'm not feeling well, but I have put content out for you guys, so I can continue doing this. So continue blending this unevenness in the neck area. So remember, it was initially like this, and we have blended the neck area as well. So this is the overall before after. So what we're going to do right now, we are going to kind of refine this image, and we are going to be using the second frequency separation method. The reason as why I combine them is the very first one for blending the skin tones kind of helps me uh, it helps me remove the bumpiness from the skin, and when I do apply my lasso tool and Gaussian blur method, uh, it refines the image. So click on your black and white layer right here and delete it. Sorry about this. Ctrl Z and delete it. So click on your low frequency layer, select your lasso tool and zoom all the way in right now. So for the feathering, we are going to use a feathering of around 18 to 20%. So we're going to be using 18 for this image. So I'm sorry about this. So let me put 18. So 18 pixels. So what you're going to do, make a selection on the skin area and make sure you keep away from the other areas of the face. Come to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Remember these values we put. Make sure you multiply these values by 3 and add 2 to the result you get. So 10 by 3 is 30. Then 30 plus 2 you get 32. I found this amazing trick a while back, so I'm just sharing it with you guys. So keep on selecting the area of the skin, right click and apply the Gaussian blur. So make a selection according to the shape of the area you're going to apply the effect. So you can see what I'm doing right now. I'm making the selection according to the shape. So make sure you take your time while doing this, and I'm trying to rush through everything because I wouldn't want us to take a whole day retouching one image. So that's why I'm kind of rushing through. So right click and apply the Gaussian blur, and if at all you feel that was too much, and you can deselect, go to your history and deselect, and come back right here, right click, apply the Gaussian blur, and if at all that's too much, shift Ctrl F to fade and reduce on the opacity of the effect. So that is enough. Come right back here and apply the effect. Yeah, it is these simple details that make photographers stand out from and be different from other photographers out there. You can see the image looks really natural. Yeah, it looks beautiful and natural. So that's a reason for doing skin retouching while retaining the naturalness of the portrait. So come to the neck area, make the selection, right click and apply the Gaussian blur. Just continue doing this because it makes your image really nice and stand out. So you can see the image. So before after, sorry guys. And yeah, this is where we are right now, before after. So after doing this, we are going to be removing these before I can do that, I can just come and I apply our effect right on this area, right click. So right now we're going to be removing these pimples and little blemishes. Click on your high frequency layer and click on either your spot healing brush or the healing brush tool or the patch tool or the clone stamp tool. So for this image I'm going to be using the stamp tool because I found out that it works really well. So when you're removing this, make sure you zoom in and remove. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had a power disconnection. Yeah, electricity is off, but I have to keep on continuing with this tutorial. So what I'm doing, I'm removing these little blemishes, and for this tutorial I'm not going to be doing any dodging and burning because yeah, I've made videos about global dodging and burning, so and eye whitening, so hope you guys find them on this channel. I just wanted to focus on the frequency separation bit of it. So I'm using sampling using the Alt and painting over the area I want to clean. So this is what I'm doing. I think that is fine. Yeah, so I'm going to come right to the neck area and I'll try eliminating this simple line, the neck line. I'm going to sample from here and try eliminating this prominent neckline. It's according to what you prefer as a retoucher or a photographer. Yeah, so we are done with that. So what I'm going to do right now, let me try to do the eye whitening for this model. Yeah, sorry guys. So this is the image right now. I'm going to do a little eye whitening. So this is the before after. I'm going to create a stamp visible layer, Shift Alt Control E on the keyboard, come to filter, camera raw filter, and I'm going to select our adjustment brush. Make sure temperature is at -26 and the white is at 4 and the highlight at 4 and saturation is at -73. Get your zoom tool, zoom up to the eye area right here. Select your adjustment brush and paint over only the white area of the eye to whiten it the more. And I have a video about this on this channel already, so that is done. Then come the second eye and I'm going to whiten it too. And if at all you're learning something from this video, don't forget to give us a like or drop a comment in the comment section. So I think this is fine for this image. Then click OK. So this is the before eye whitening, after, before, after. So this tutorial has been about frequency separation, and we have been using a mixer brush tool in Photoshop, and we use the lasso tool or Gaussian blur method to retouch this image. And if at all you liked or loved whatever was in this video, comment in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel and keep on supporting this channel so that we can grow into a bigger channel and keep on learning together. I'm Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching. Till next time.